I sweat like way too much for someone who's playing electronic instruments.
Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Rob, and we're High Places. I can never trust anything I make on my own, and when I'm by myself, I'm kind of like, that's just like every other dude with like weird beats and a sampler and stupid effects on his voice, you know, like as soon as she's in the band, she brings so much more of like understanding of music because of her musical background and understanding of it, so it kind of like ties it together. Plus it's just way more fun. I was starting to tell you when we were walking here, like it's way more fun to like travel with like a really good friend. You know, I feel like traveling by yourself, I could imagine it would get pretty hard sometimes. It's one of those weird things, like you meet someone and you're like, you're me. I was touring just solo. The first time I ever attempted to do any solo stuff with this group, Matt and Kim, it's like a duo from New York. And she set up the show in her town in Michigan.
She being me.
Oh yeah, she being her.
Mary.
She was still living in Michigan for another few months. You just kind of were like, can I move there? I'm sorry, I just totally hijacked this question.
It was a weird leap of faith because we didn't know each other that well, and like to be roommates and then make music together, I think we just lucked out that it worked out okay.
We think we learned how to like give each other like the space that we need, so we don't, like I have a tendency to like not shut up when I drink too much coffee, and I think I've like learned to like you know, like you don't have to talk the entire drive kind of thing. Sorry, I'm really caffeinated.
Know each other that well.
We kind of met each other, and like
I still don't really even know who he is.
Our interaction as two friends like is like majorly important to like how we make music. We thought about like, you know, when there's other people around traveling with us, it actually makes us like less communicative and less productive, you know? Like I feel like we're most productive when we're both at home and like we can just totally just sort of be like not, like we can't really work in front of people.
When we sat on the floor, I was floored.
We just get stoked to go to places you wouldn't think of playing.
Alaska. I seriously pictured this being like you know Misery, the Stephen King film or book or whatever. Like I felt like it was just gonna be like us tied up in a cabin and this guy just being like, play that song again. I don't like the ending of that song, change it. You know, just like I thought it was gonna be like really creepy, you know? But the shows were awesome.
And if someone there like has heard your music before, it's always really mind-blowing. I mean, you kind of forget about the internet, I guess, and how accessible things are, but when you're playing in like Finland or something and someone's singing along, it's a pretty incredible feeling. And just realizing, you know, like, oh wow, this is my job, I forgot.
Some people always be like, oh, touring in Europe and being vegan, that must be terrible. And it's like, no, it just makes you like so much more resourceful, and it makes you enjoy the food you're eating more. It makes you like not like a lazy about what you're just consuming, and I think that's what kind of makes it more exciting.
Yeah, I think we pretty much like find coffee and food first and foremost. Being vegan, you get really panicky that you're not going to get a meal anytime soon.
Right.
And so when you do have food, you eat so much and you stock up, so you probably end up eating like 10 times more food than the other people are eating on tour because you have this weird like you're in like survival mode.
You're like a wild dog, how a wild dog just like
But then you
totally
remember
devours.
it's 2008 and like every place has like a vegan waffle cart. There's always cannibalism. I thought I was going to be the next Cheryl Swoops. I think I quit basketball after I realized I probably wasn't going to be in the WNBA. I wasn't interested in doing anything that I you know, like sports if I wasn't going to just be like a superstar.
She's a perfectionist in a good way.
They struck a chord.